Hello everyone. In this video I've gathered useful commands and keyboard shortcuts that will definitely help you edit in DaVinci Resolve much faster and more efficiently. This video will be helpful for beginners as well as for those who may have been working in DaVinci Resolve for a long time but have forgotten some tools or don't use the convenient commands that are available. Let's not spend too much time talking, straight to the point. I'm working in the free version of DaVinci Resolve 20. My operating system is Windows, so if you're using a MacBook, some of your shortcuts may be different. I assume you've already created a project and entered the main interface of the program. At the bottom you have 7 pages: Media, Cut, Edit, Fusion, Color, Fairlight, Deliver. Let's start by going to the Edit page. Let's create a bin. In DaVinci Resolve, a bin is the same thing as a folder on your computer. It's simply called a bin instead of a folder. At the top, click on Media Pool and press Shift plus Control plus N. A new bin will be created. Let's rename it to Timelines. Let's do the same thing again to create another bin called Video. I'll immediately place a video into this folder so I can demonstrate the next commands. Now let's select the Timelines folder and create a timeline inside it. You can do this using the shortcut Control plus N. Let's name the timeline Test Timeline and press Create. You can view the content of a bin simply by clicking on different bins on the left. But sometimes you want to see the contents of several bins at the same time. To do this, hold Ctrl and click on all the bins you want to display. On the right, you'll see the combined content of all selected bins. Now let's drop our video onto the timeline. The red vertical line showing the current position on the timeline is called the playhead. When you only have a few clips, it's easy to move it manually with the mouse. But imagine you have a long, hour-long clip and you need to jump to the very beginning. To quickly move to the beginning, press Home or FN plus left arrow on some laptops. And as you might guess, to move to the end of the clip, press End or FN plus End. To start playback, press the spacebar. The spacebar also stops playback. So instead of using your mouse, you can fully control playback with just the spacebar. To set an in point, press I. To set an out point, press O. Jogging is frame by frame, or very slow movement forward or backward. You can use a jog wheel or use keyboard shortcuts. Hold K and tap L to move forward by 1 to 2 frames. Hold K and tap J to move backward. Scrubbing is fast movement through the timeline with audio or video feedback. Hold K plus hold L to scrub forward at half speed. Hold K plus hold J to scrub backward at half speed. Shuttling is fast playback forward or backward at different speeds. Press L twice to increases the forward playback speed. Press J twice to increases backward playback speed. You can increase or decrease up to 64x speed by pressing L or J multiple times. Audio scrubbing is hearing the audio while dragging the playhead. When you drag the playhead forward and backward and hear a scratching or fast distorted sound, that's audio scrubbing. It helps locate the start of a word, a breath, a click, etc. But sometimes it can be annoying. To turn audio scrubbing on or off, press Shift plus C. DaVinci Resolve already has built-in buttons like Full Extent Zoom, Detail Zoom, and Custom Zoom. But here we're talking about keyboard shortcuts. If you want to quickly adjust the timeline zoom, hold Alt and scroll the mouse wheel forward or backward. This lets you smoothly adjust the timeline scale, centered on the playhead. It also activates custom zoom mode. For more step-by-step zoom changes, press Ctrl plus equals to increase the timeline zoom. Press Ctrl plus to decrease the timeline zoom. To switch between showing the entire timeline and returning to the previous zoom level, press Shift plus Z. Let's place 2 clips on the timeline. Imagine that at some point you decide to swap their positions. Instead of doing this with the mouse, select the clip you want to move and press Shift plus Control plus period to swap with the next clip, or Shift plus Control plus comma to swap with the previous clip. The last convenient shortcut for today is F12. It allows you to place a clip above the existing tracks, starting exactly at the position of the playhead. That's all for today. If this video was helpful, leave a like and a comment. It helps me understand that this content is useful and motivates me to create more DaVinci Resolve tutorials.